In this video, we are going to talk about how to create sentences in the past perfect and past perfect progressive tenses. When you have a look, we are, by the way, on page 50 in your books. If you have a look at the first table here, we have subjects on the left, and then those subjects are followed by had plus the regular verb with ed or the PP form of the irregular verb, and the rest of the sentence goes here. So this is the past perfect tense. This is how we create a sentence in the past perfect tense. Our verbs will look this way. So we will always have had, right? And had in this case is our auxiliary verb, which means the helping verb, which means that we will use this verb in order to create negative sentences or create questions, right? So this is our helping verb had. As you can see, we only have one form of had for all the pronouns. And then had comes with either ed or the PP form of the verb, right? For example, she had arrived in the United States by then, or he had not become famous by then. Had comes in a contraction also, so that's important to know, right? Sometimes we see I'd and we don't know what that D is. In past perfect, it's had, basically. So had can be contracted this way. Had not can also be contracted into hadn't. Like I mentioned, had is our auxiliary verb, so we can use it to create negative sentences. We just add not to it, but we can also move it at the beginning of the sentence to create a yes/no question. For example, had she arrived in the United States by then, right? We will use also had because it's our auxiliary verb for our short answers. So yes, she had, or no, she hadn't. And if you remember from last week, once you have a yes/no question, all you need to do is add the WH word in front of it, and you have a WH question. So let's have a look at what happens with the past perfect progressive tense. The past perfect progressive will also have had, right, here as the auxiliary verb. But because it's a progressive tense, we will also need the main verb in the with the ing ending. And to be able to combine had and ing, we need something with that, and this will reflect our perfect part of the tense. So we will have had, been. These two will never change, okay? But this changes depending on what meaning we want to add to the sentence. So playing, going, studying, sleeping, eating, drinking, right? So this will be the only one that changes, but we also have to remember to add that ing to the main verb. Again, had is our auxiliary verb, so we can create a negative sentence by adding not to it, right? She had not been playing all over the world by then. And if you go to the next sentence, you will see that we can use had to ask yes/no questions. Had he been playing the violin by then? And because we used it to ask questions, we'll also use it to answer the questions. Yes, he had, or no, he hadn't. Once you have a yes/no question, all you need to do is add the WH word in front of it, right? How long had he been playing the violin, for example? And this is how we create both tenses, past perfect and past perfect progressive. If you have any questions, bring them to our Q&A cafe.